because the beauty standards in Japan are, very light skinned. And
hi, welcome to the Black Experience Japan's Melanated Files. The purpose of this series is to highlight the black people living in Japan. Who are they?
My name is Katie Scott and I'm from Aomori, Japan. I was born in Japan. The reason why I was born in Japan is because my dad's in the military and he met my mom in Japan, and then that's what happened. Pretty much my childhood was in the States, and then the rest of that from middle school or late elementary and after is Japan. I dance, I'm a dancer. I do translating, I do guides, I teach English, Japanese, and dance as well. And then, video content, model, things like that. Dancing in Japan, it's hard. It's not hard, but very few, because I'm a very passionate dancer, and Japanese people are very skilled. They are very skilled. Like I said, in Japan, they're very focused on their work, their craft. Japan's very focused on their craft, and they do their absolute best. So they're very skilled dancers out here, but sometimes they forget the soul that goes with dance, because it's not just movement. It's a story to tell. It's another language, pretty much. And connecting with people like that here in Japan is a bit hard, but when you find them, they are amazing people. And if you're here, if you want to train or anything, Japan is probably a really nice place to come to, because they'll work you to the bone for training in dance. Being a black person, being half black and half Japanese in Japan, I guess I'm at a place where I can, compare, because I've had enough time in the States and enough time in Japan to compare culturally, and then how people look at lives and things differently, other than skin tone and things like that. In Japan, there's a lot of ignorance, so to speak. And, me being able to speak their language and understanding their culture, it gave me the opportunity to let them know that, these are the things that are okay to do when you see black people in Japan. So I feel like my experience is being half black and Japanese. I'm that bridge to let them know, the okays and the not okays. Exposure. It's really easy for you to get a lot of things just being a foreigner in Japan, especially when it's an obvious, one look, oh, she's foreign, because black, curly hair, it's very different from Japanese people. So you get a lot of extra care sometimes. And then on the opposite of that, some people don't like foreigners as much. So you get the cold stare, or they'll talk in Japanese about you, or taking pictures for no reasons. They'll come up and touch your hair if you don't like your personal space. Like that, I didn't like at all. But I think a lot of good can come out of it. In Japan, being half, it's hard in a sense where you don't know where you're at. You don't know if you're Japanese, you don't know if you're American. So for example, Miss Japan, one time there was a, half black, half Japanese Miss Japan. There were so many people in Japan saying that she's not Japanese because of the color of her skin. Tell me if there was a half, Caucasian and half Caucasian, half Japanese person that was standing there, they'd probably tell her that she's beautiful, because the beauty standards in Japan are, very light skinned and things like that. So being half Japanese and a person of color is very confusing, I guess, and it's scary sometimes, especially if you're a kid and you're growing up in a Japanese school and they tell you all these things that you can't do because this is how it is in the Japanese way, but you don't have your own culture, because Japanese people do it this way, or American people do it this way. Oh, you're American, so it's fine. Or you're Japanese when you go to the States. Oh, you're Japanese, so you don't know American culture, so you don't know where you belong. A sense of belonging is probably hard to find when you're half black, half Japanese, and you don't have a lot of people to support you. Me, fortunately, I had a lot of friends and family that supported me for who I am and who, I want to be. So hopefully, later on, things will change in Japan or in other countries, because there's going to be a lot more mixed people. Personally, that's what I think. And hopefully we can make an environment where they feel belonged. What I did to get my mind off any negative, comments, or I guess you could say gestures, because people don't use their words a lot, but you can tell that people are uncomfortable with you being there, is to focus on my passion, focus on what I love to do, dance. Dance for me was international. Anybody could connect on dance. So that's what I focused on. I had something to, relieve all my stress, and something to focus on, something that I love to do, and maybe eventually make into a career. So that was me being lucky. Like, I was lucky to have people supporting that and to have that passion, or to find that passion. A lot of people don't have that passion. Sometimes it's hard because you have so many people telling you what you can be, what you can't be. I had people supporting who I wanted to be, so it was easy for me. My little sister, on the other hand, she was bullied a few times, and she didn't really have anything to go for, or anything that she wanted to do in general. So people like her that are, very young and being pressured, I want to support, I guess you could say, because seeing my sister, I personally didn't go through that much of a struggle, but seeing like close family members go through struggles like that made me open my eyes a lot more. If you're in high school, they'll only be with you for however many years you are in high school. You don't have to worry about other people thinking like, oh, she's black, or she has curly hair, she's different. Like, okay, so what? I'm different. What now? Like, they can say all they want. They can't do anything about it because it has nothing to do with them. The people that don't, when people comment about you, think to yourself, do those people matter? My mom mattered to me the most. So if she told me anything that, seemed a little bit negative, she's telling me to help me grow. That's what I realized. The people that matter, the words that they say, that should matter. People that don't matter, people at school just being negative just to be negative, they don't matter. Their words shouldn't affect you. They shouldn't even come anywhere near you because they don't matter. They're only going to be there for a centimeter of your lifetime. Like, it doesn't matter. Focus on what you want to do. Focus on who you want to be. And don't let people like that tell you who you're going to be, because that's not up to them. That's up to you. You choose who you want to be. You choose where you want to go. And you keep the people that matter to you close, not the people that don't. The funniest thing that happened to me in Japan, being mixed, is that every time I go out with my friends, they're Asian Americans, so they look Japanese, but the person that speaks Japanese is me. So the ordering, speaking to the worker is hilarious. They'll try to speak to me in English and then try to speak to my Asian American friend in Japanese, but they don't know Japanese and I know Japanese, and it's a whole bunch. It's hilarious. What I like most about Japan, I guess, their focus on a lot of things. Like, if you ask them, if they're passionate enough, they'll go in. That's why you have so many people in Japan that are, I guess, specifically like artists in general. Like, they're a certain type of artist, and they'll do that for so long because they have so much focus. Like, in other places, like, people aren't as focused into that one specific, I guess, hobby or anything like that. Like, the amount of experimental or curious nature of Japanese people, I think, is amazing. What I like the least? The communication skills. I mean, I'm not saying that they're bad at it, but I feel like for them to overcome a lot of things from this point on in Japan, they'll have to communicate, as in use their words and express what they feel to one another so they can go through and, business, friendship, it doesn't matter. In Japan, people don't talk and they try to read behind the lines or between the lines and stuff like that. Like, that shouldn't be necessary. Communication, I wish they would be better at it. Just let me know, tell me the truth, and that's about it. Ooh, favorite Japanese food. Tamago kake gohan. It's rice with, a lot of people probably won't like this, but it's raw egg, rice, and soy sauce mixed together. TKG is probably my favorite. He said no. Be flexible. Be flexible with your time. Be flexible with your time, honestly, because you don't know what's going to happen. Like, you may plan a lot of things, but that's not going to happen according to your plan. Other people around you are working on their time and you're working on your time, so there are things that are going to clash. So be flexible, and then you'll have a pretty stress-free life. Bad advice. That's just the way they are. Nah. No. People change over time. That's not how any race or any one type of person is. People change. You can understand the way that they live, but don't let them use that to their leverage, or I'm just a loud, obnoxious person. That's just the way I am. No, or yes, it doesn't matter, but you can control that to a certain extent. Like, don't ever say, no, that's just the way you are. Like you're a, you know, stereotypical like black person, like a mad black woman. That's just how black people are. Like no, you're misunderstood. Like you misunderstood the whole thing. Don't ever let other people tell you who you are. One message I would share. This is a message that I'll probably trying to share to the world. Give your passion a shot. Your hobby, anything. And if you don't have one now, try out a lot of things. See what you like to do, because you only have, not necessarily YOLO. I don't like how that term is used, but this is your life, your control, your time. Like regardless, whatever, you know, living a stable life and all that stuff, the things that you will regret the most are the things that you did not do. So give that one passion or give that one idea a shot. At least try, and then you can say that you've tried it. That is what I want to, you know, let the whole world know.
Advice for any black person looking to come to Japan.
You're gonna get your 5 minutes of fame. You'll be famous for a little bit. Don't let it get to your head, but honestly, enjoy it. Like us, we don't like being, you know, stereotyped. So don't stereotype Japanese people. And learn a little bit before you come here. Learn a little bit of Japanese. Don't be that one foreigner that thinks everybody speaks English. Like, no, learn a little bit about it and then come to Japan. Any other country for that matter. Online, you can find me on Instagram. That's where I'm on the most. That's pretty much it. I might start a YouTube channel. That depends. I'm a very lazy person, so who knows. But Instagram, definitely I'll be there. Hit me up, say hello. I'll say hi back. We're all family here. If you ever come to Japan, you know, let me know. Maybe I can help you out, give you a guide or two. I speak Japanese. All those creators, artists, people that have ideas for entertainment and stuff like that, and that want to, you know, connect and, you know, work with other people, you want to share their passion and things like that. Let me know. I'd like to connect with you, and hopefully we can do projects, you know, starting 2019, or do anything, you know, give your ideas, passions a shot, because that's what I'm going to be trying to do in 2019. Hopefully I can get as many people together to do what we love to do together.
Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see weekly videos about the black experience in Japan, feel free to subscribe to this channel. If you know someone that would like to be featured, or if you yourself would like to be featured, send us a message on our Facebook page at The Black Experience Japan, or send us a tweet on Twitter at TheBlackXJP. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.